Hello and happy holidays for all my Americans who celebrate this day of remembrance, because today is National Steph Curry Day, and it's our 1-year anniversary of the holiday. 365 days ago from today, our American general Steph Curry declared dominion over the entire world of basketball.
Curry, jab, triple, T sticks it! Booker on the attack, kick, Curry, again? You already know! Durant, back to Curry, dancing on Batum, over the double team. Oh!
The Team USA squad that was unleashed in 2024 was borderline insane. We got to see all of the aging stars of the league come together one last time to achieve something special against one of the most loaded Olympics in basketball history, while proving all the hecklers wrong. 2024 Team USA was insane, and this is exactly how they did it.
You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States?
Now, this is Noah Lyles, and he's an American track runner, for anyone who doesn't know at this point. Now, Noah Lyles isn't just any old average Joe heckling just for fun. The man has 6 world championships at the Budapest World Athletics event, and he's earned 2 bronze medals in the Olympics prior to 2024. And then he went on to win the gold medal in the 100-meter dash a year after this interview, backing up his talk, making him literally the fastest man alive. Noah Lyles is far from your average Joe yelling at his TV, but NBA fans and players didn't see it this way. Although Lyles was technically right, NBA players can't really call themselves world champs. The whole basketball community came after this guy. Little did Lyles know, he just lit a spark that created the best basketball team that's ever been assembled. After Noah Lyles made this comment, this lit a fire inside of many American NBA stars. After Lyles got crucified on social media for about a week, his point kinda stuck. American NBA players were letting their talk outpace their actions. USA Basketball just finished 4th place in the 2023 FIBA World Cup 2 days after this interview, losing to Germany and Canada. On top of this, the NBA was slowly being taken over by foreign-born players. We hadn't seen an American MVP in over 5 years, and the All-NBA first teams of the 2020s were littered with foreign-born superstars. Was America slowly losing its chokehold that it had on basketball for pretty much an eternity? Well, it kind of seemed that way, until Americans made a statement.
LeBron, do you have any interest in playing the Olympics next year? And if so, what kind of physical challenge would that be?
Yeah, I do. I do have interest, so we see what happens. But as far as physical toll, I don't know. I see how I feel at the end of the season, but from the players that we have here that I can think off the top of my head that can fill that roster up, I don't think it'd be too much of a physical toll. I wouldn't have to do much. Rebound a little bit, pass a little bit, defend, block some shots, But we see what happens.
When you need him most, LeGM came to action. Reports had leaked that LeBron James personally reached out to many American stars, telling them to lace up for the 2021 Olympics. And suddenly, one by one, every single top American NBA player seemed open to the idea of playing on the world stage. The USA needed to make a statement in 2024. LeBron James hadn't suited up for the Olympics since 2012, when he was a 27-year-old and playing with the Miami Heat. Steph Curry had never played in the Olympics in his entire life, and KD was looking to win gold medal number 4 to cement himself as the GOAT. Well, the GOAT of the Olympics at least. Putting himself as the basketball player with the most gold medals ever. But LeBron, Curry, and KD weren't just doing this by themselves, because LeGM got an amazing turnout for his last Olympic run. By late January, the King racked up a player pool of 41 players, some of the best American names you could think of, all showing interest to play in 2024. Fast forward a few months later, and America was ready to reclaim its honor as the basketball powerhouse of the world, and prove someone's comments wrong.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. to see if we could become something more. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
The 2024 USA roster was set and it was looking insane. All-time scoring leader and 4-time champ LeBron James, the all-time 3-point makes leader and 4-time champ Steph Curry, 2-time finals MVP Kevin Durant, 2-time All-NBA guard Devin Booker, rising star Anthony Edwards, former MVP Joel Embiid, two-way big man Anthony Davis, 2-time champ Drew Holiday, 5-time all-defensive big man Bam Adebayo, 5-time All-NBA team select Jason Tatum, Mr. Clutch himself Tyrese Halliburton, and 2-time finals MVP Kawhi Leonard. Well, of course, Kawhi being Kawhi was ruled out due to an injury, so Derek White took his spot. The Avengers coming into the 2024 Olympics were possibly the most stacked American basketball team ever assembled, and I don't even think this is an understatement. To gauge the talent level of a team, I decided to use individual NBA awards of MVPs, All-Star appearances, and All-NBA selections. I mean, the NBA is the best basketball in the world, so this criteria only makes sense. Prior to the 2024 Olympics, Team USA boasted 8 MVPs, 84 All-Star appearances, and 56 All-NBA selections. A lot of awards, but how does this plethora of accolades compare to prior Olympic teams? Well, when we take a look at the history of American Olympic teams, there are only 3 teams that are even in the same ballpark as the Avengers. That being the 2012 team, the 2008 Redeem team, and the 1992 Dream team. The 2008 Redeem team only had 1 former MVP on the roster and were short about 45 All-Star selections and short 24 All-NBA selections. The 2012 team, with a slightly older core of LeBron, Kobe, and Wade, slightly outpaced the 2008 team, but they were still massively short of what 2024 had achieved. The only team that's actually in the same ballpark as the Avengers is the Dream team, who had 9 former MVPs to the Avengers 8, 61 All-NBA selections to the Avengers 56, but 2024 boasted 16 more prior All-Star appearances. The 2024 Avengers, on paper, are already one of the most stacked rosters the game of basketball's ever seen. But unlike the Dream Team, the Avengers weren't just going to cakewalk their way into a gold medal, because they were going to be up against some insane competition. The days of America standing alone at the top of international basketball were coming to an end. The rest of the world was catching up, and catching up quick. From 1936 to 2016, Team USA had a total record of 156-5. What if I told you from 2017 to 2023, America had lost more in this 7-year stretch than nearly a century of hoops? Because America had a 16-6 record in this small recent stretch, more international losses than pretty much the rest of American international basketball history. The world is catching up. In the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, where the Dream Team wiped out the competition, do you want to guess how many total NBA players were playing in the Olympics? Just 16, and 12 of them were on Team USA. Fast forward 4 years in 1996, and that number of NBA players that suited up went up to 17. In the Sydney Olympics in 2000, it went down to just 15 players. In 2004 in Athens, we saw a total count of NBA players that jumped by 6 to 21. We saw another jump to 28 players in 2008. 2012 saw 33 total NBA players, followed with 37 in the Rio Olympics in 2016, and 46 in Tokyo in 2021. Now, do you want to guess how many NBA players there were in the 2024 games? 54 total NBA players, or about 3 times of what we saw back in 1992. But let's go a step further and gauge the level of these NBA players, because not every NBA player is the same. To do this, I decided to stick with the same 3 awards that we used prior: MVPs, All-Star appearances, and All-NBA selections. We started off strong in the first 2 Olympics that NBA players were actually allowed to play in. where the entire talent pool had a combined 138 of 139 trophies. That number then took a huge hit, where many of America's best players didn't suit up and the total count lowered to 52 and 34 total trophies. But luckily for us, we had a resurgence of talent in the international stage, where the total talent pool had 100 and 106 combined trophies. But as the 8-year trend continued, where superstar players lost interest in the Olympics, that number dropped right back down to 81 and 63 trophies. But in 2024, the talent pool is deeper, stronger, and flat out better than ever before, because the entire pool of players are boasting 192 combined MVPs, All-Star appearances, and All-NBA selections. The Avengers were going to have a fight ahead of them, because their days of smooth sailing for the Americans was over. Team USA on paper was one of the greatest teams ever assembled, but this meant absolutely nothing once this group stepped on the floor. Fast forward to the Olympic showcase, and America quickly proved why they were still the best basketball superpower in the world, and it was an ugly sight for the rest of the planet.
Edwards double pump up the glass and in. I love him. A little lingerie on the deck. Moving over to the point position. Takes a three. Again, the cut.
Colangelo and the work that he and Coach K did, building the program as Steph and Curry.
Here's LeBron. Look at that. You saw that coming.
5-0, America did not disappoint one bit during the showcase games. We started off by taking out our northern neighbors in a 14-point win, while Canada's SGA was getting locked up to begin the 2024 games. America then committed a bloody massacre against the Australians, 98-92, where Anthony Edwards dropped 14 points with 2 steals to contain Dyson Daniels, Josh Giddey, and Patty Mills and the rest of the Aussies. America then proceeded to murder Nikola Jokic in Serbia, 105-79, where Steph Curry hit 24 points off of 6 of 9 shooting from downtown. But then South Sudan humbled America real quick, where they were minutes away from taking down the Avengers, until Uncle James saved the day for America in a nail-biting win, 101-100. Then against Germany, it was a lot of the same. Germany came very close to upsetting America, until we called upon good old reliable LeBron James to save the day once again, winning 92-88. America was undefeated in the showcase, but it meant nothing unless gold was hanging around America's neck. It was time for group play in the Olympics, and America was not going to come out undefeated without a fight. In Group C with America, it was South Sudan, who nearly took out America just a week earlier, Serbia led by 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic and sniper Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Puerto Rico led by sneaky point guard Jose Alvarado. On the first day of pool play, America took a dump against Jokic and Serbia, crushing them by 26 points with 21-7-9 from the King, while KD, who was coming off the bench due to prior injuries, dropped 23 points while only missing 1 shot the entire game. Next, America got over their nightmares by putting South Sudan to bed for good with a 103-86 win, where LeBron James and Kevin Durant were once again eating in this performance. The final game of pool play was against Puerto Rico, where the USA put the finishing touches on an undefeated 3-0 record in group play and an undefeated 8-0 total record. The USA punched their ticket to the quarterfinals, along with Serbia in Group C, who had a 2-1 record, beating South Sudan and Puerto Rico, who both got sent home for good after these painful losses. It was finally time to see what the Avengers were truly made of. Headed into the tournament, America was seeded in Pot D, which is the best possible seeding for a team. They would get a random draw against a team from Pot G, the worst of the 4, while Pot E would have to battle it out with Pot F. To start the quarterfinals, America had a matchup against Brazil, where they recorded their highest margin of victory in the entire tournament, a 35-point win. Devin Booker led the scoring for America with 18 points, while Joel Embiid had 14 and 7 to hold down the paint. Across the rest of the quarterfinals, Germany sent Giannis and Greece home in a 76-63 win, where the Orlando Magic star Franz Wagner had an 18-point game. Wemby and France took down Shea in Canada in an 82-73 win, and Serbia barely kept their season alive with a crucial 95-90 win in overtime, where Nikola Jokic had a near triple-double with 21 points, 14 boards, and 9 assists. America survived round 1, but they would encounter the greatest challenge of their entire Olympics in the semifinals. To begin the semifinals, France pulled off a nail-biter upset victory against the top team of Germany. It was a 73-69 victory, where Gershon Yabusele had 17 points and 7 boards. But we were about to watch a real nail-biter though. It was America's third matchup against Serbia in the 2024 Olympics, and Jokic and his boys were doing everything not to get a hat trick hung up on them against his NBA rivals. Serbia took a commanding 31-23 point lead in the first quarter, and America immediately got a huge wake up. And apparently not enough, because Serbia extended this lead to 11 points by halftime, with Jokic and Bogdanovic dominating. Headed into the fourth quarter, this game was still firmly in Serbia's hands, and the entire reputation of American basketball was on the line. Was this team really on the same level as the Dream Team and the Redeem Team? Were the NBA champs really the world champs, or was America just getting too cocky? Well, Steph Curry and the Avengers were going to prove all the doubters wrong.
Curry comes back and puts the US ahead. And another turnover. Steph Curry. The US. And one. Himself here. Puts it up the two. Howard is moving quickly. Putting up the three, Bogdanovic won't go. Big rebound by LeBron. It's over. The United States are through to the gold medal game. LeBron and Steph.
America went from being down 13 points with 10 minutes to go to stealing this game from Serbia by 4 points thanks to Steph Curry's long ball assassinry and LeBron James' 16-point triple-double to keep America's hopes of gold still alive. But this tournament was still far from over. America wowed us in the showcase games. They impressed us with their perfect record in group play. They mesmerized us with a murder scene against Brazil and made a comeback no one thought was possible against Serbia. But all of this meant nothing unless America could conquer the French beast that was standing in between their gold medal. It was the gold medal game in Paris, and America had to take down one last international titan with a 7'5" alien before they could claim first place. France was far from an easy win, with NBA players like Victor Wembanyama, Rudy Gobert, Nicolas Batum, Evan Fournier, Bilal Coulibaly, and Frank Ntilikina, and this guy, who we'll get to in a minute. America had their hands full with this matchup. The game started with LeBron James finishing this powerful two-handed jam, and then Wemby immediately hitting this deep three, and the USA knew that this was going to be a war. It was a back-and-forth game in the first quarter, with Wemby continuing to wow the crowd with hezzies and the dunks, while LeBron James became prime Magic Johnson for a second with this dime to Booker. America grabbed a small lead to begin the second quarter, with powerful jams from all of the American big men. LeBron James took a time machine back to 2013 with the stuff he was pulling off this game. Everything looked like it was going great for America, until France dropped the hammer.
And they've set the tone here in the gold medal game. Yabusele. Gershon Yabusele! Big punisher at the rim!
This is AI, right? Right? Gershon Yabusele threw down this hammer on LeBron James and sent a statement that France wasn't done quite yet. Despite this unreal jam, America still maintained their lead with these skyscraping threes from Steph Curry. And you know the scary part? The chef was just getting going. While America was showing off their unmatched firepower, Wemby and Evan Fournier were both playing like their lives depended on it to keep France afloat. Going into the fourth quarter, it was starting to get scary for Team USA. Their double-digit lead was starting to fade as France cut it to just 3 points. Wait, did someone say 3 points? It was anyone's game with less than 3 minutes remaining, and the babyface assassin took it as his mission to be the American hero.
Curry, jab, triple. He sticks it.
Steph say calm down, everybody.
It's Curry. Step back. Pump. Curry. Ridiculous.
That's unfair.
Booker on the attack. Kick. Curry again. You already know. Back to Curry. Dancing up a two. Over the double team. Oh! It's a golden dagger. Night. Curry.
Pull-up threes off the dribble, step-backs that had defenders lost, and heat checks that would get you thrown off the roster just a decade ago. Steph Curry was unconscious in crunch time. With the babyface assassin's efforts, France was too far deep in the hole, and America had finally claimed what they had been battling for 11 games. America did it. After facing the best international competition the sport has ever given us, after making an impossible comeback and taking down the future face of the league, they finally achieved gold. After coming up short in international play in years prior, the naysayers questioning America's authority over the basketball world, and the insane expectations that were put on this group of American players to reach the same success that prior United States juggernauts of the past years did. The 2024 Avengers proved every hater wrong and lived up to every expectation set upon them. This is why you forgot how insane 2024 Team USA was.
Halliburton slips, and it is a costly error of defense. And look at this score. And this right here, this is when I spilled my coffee all over my white blanket, when Jaren Jackson Jr. just couldn't quite get this catch. Germany wins 113-111.
Is that I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States?
LeBron, do you have any interest in playing the Olympics next year? And if so, what kind of physical challenge would that be?
Yeah, I do. I do have interest. From the players that we have here and that I can think off the top of my head that can fill that roster up, I wouldn't have to do much. Rebound a little bit, pass a little bit, defend, block some shots, you know. But we see what happens.
LeBron James, a.k.a. Nick Fury, is calling up all the superhero friends to bring the team together. How much truth was there to that? We know that you told us you have interest in playing for that team.
No, I do have a lot of interest.
Have you talked to some of those guys?
We've been in communication.
The opportunity, and definitely if all things stay the same, I want to be playing.
Get right to it, gentlemen. Team USA concluded their 5 exhibition games. They've gone 5-0.
It's over. The United States are through to the gold medal game. LeBron and Steph are extraordinary.
Durant, back to Curry, dancing up a two, over the double team. Oh! It's a golden dagger!
The United States win the gold medal at Paris 2024. It's 5 straight for the USA.
Put it all together, Team USA is still unbeatable in the Olympics as they take home their 5th consecutive gold medal.